Welcome to Radio Free QuickBooks Television, RFQ-TV as I like to say. We are shooting live at Studio 13D here in Plano, Texas, Intuit Plano. I'll be your host for today. Woody Adams, I'm a product specialist with Intuit, been with Intuit for about 8 years, dealing mostly in the realm of QuickBooks related issues, although today's episode is going to be on Lacerte tax, which we'll talk about in a second. So thanks for watching and thanks for listening to our radio show as well.
Yeah.
But co-founders, co-producers, co-everything, all Radio Free, wouldn't be anything without W Brolin and Stacy Kildal. Stacy, how are you doing today?
I'm fabulous, Woody. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm great, and Don will notice I'm wearing my Red Sox t-shirt.
I saw that. That's a baseball team, yes?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a professional Major League Baseball team.
That's correct.
There's
I was
a lot of
checking
history.
on that.
Well, I had to bring it on because in one episode we had recently here on RFQ-TV, we had a Yankee fan on. Well, we were talking, so I just wanted to make sure I was fair.
Right, fair balance.
So
That's RFQ.
That's what we try to do. Don Brolin, how's it going?
I'm wonderful. Things are great. I appreciate the Red Sox being from the wherever I'm from. I can't form a sentence. From the East Coast, playing the part of Stacy. We're same but different, as we always say. But the Red Sox, we're hoping for maybe, can we have a good season this year? You know, I got to tell you though, Red Sox fans, we are committed. That shows commitment. When you can go for that team. So yeah, so well, who I'm not is not a Yankees fan.
No.
Let's get that
You're
straight. Not that, Petrulia.
And you're equally committed to QuickBooks too, I would argue.
I'm 100% committed. When I'm in, I'm in. 110% ready to go. So yeah, I'm excited about today's.
Yes, and I just want to make sure the bodyguard's working out okay for you guys. We got
yes,
yes. Problems getting to from the hotel to into it and back.
It's been a lot. There's a lot of cameras.
There's been a lot of cameras.
Just unbelievable.
It's my concern. That was my chief concern.
So thank you for that.
You bet. And fortunately, we have with us longtime Lacerte tax product manager, Mary Kroenung. Mary, thanks for coming on the show, and how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to be here today.
Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your day, because I'm sure you're busy with meetings and all the stuff you do, to talk about Lacerte on Radio Free QuickBooks. Very fun. Because we, even though we have a heavy QuickBooks audience, of course, obviously, a lot of full-service professionals. So full-service firms. I mean, Dawn uses one of our tax products. She does a lot of taxes.
Yes.
So thanks for coming on. But to introduce yourself to the audience, because I don't believe you've ever been on, even on the radio show.
I've not been on the radio.
Please,
disappointing. I'm disappointed.
Oversight.
I know. I'm
Oversight.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Okay. So my name is Mary Kroenung, and I am the Lacerte product manager. So I work with our developers and our support agents, our sales managers, everyone. I've been with Intuit a little over 9 years now.
Nice. Very cool.
Been here a while, but everyone's been here for a long time.
Yeah. Plano's, I think so.
Again, commitment. Once you're in, you're in.
You're in. We're entrenched.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Lacerte, and before we get into what's new for Lacerte this year, and even kind of break down who Lacerte is for, there's such cool history with Lacerte. I mean, can you kind of maybe go back, nostalgia? I'm a big nostalgia fan.
Yeah,
that's the backstory.
So back in the day, the first Lacerte app was in 1980, and the 1040 module only had 6 input sheets.
I was in kindergarten.
So I was 10. I was 10. So if you think about where Lacerte is now, 2012, we now have 118 input sheets. Wow. And when you print them out, it's over 260 pages. So there's a huge growth in the offering itself. Lacerte also paved the way for disrupting the service bureaus. Back when they first started, everyone was going through service bureaus, and Lacerte was able to just really break away from that and allow the tax preparers to go ahead and do the taxes themselves. In addition, Lacerte was also the very first offering to offer paper return, which was a breakthrough
Right.
to allow those small practitioners
Right.
to be able to have an affordable solution.
And started by just a couple guys in a garage kind of
Couple
thing?
guys in a garage in college.
That's
So-
awesome. That's what I was doing. I
Yeah.
was definitely coming up with some solutions like that.
And because we both, Kevin Reinert, I wanted to plug his name here because he's
Yeah, Kevin's
the oldest employee of Lacerte. I think still standing, right? 30
I
years.
think he's 30 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Took him out of
Yes.
diapers or high school or something.
Apparently, yeah,
Oh,
anyway.
that's awesome.
So version
Yeah.
2012, it's version 33.
Wow.
It is the 33rd version of
So
tax.
let's, now Don, you've obviously you use Pro Series, and we're gonna talk about that on another episode, but you have some people on Lacerte, colleagues you know that
College,
use
yeah,
Lacerte.
yeah, they, I'll throw a few names out there, so
Name
Liz,
dropper.
name dropping,
She's a name dropper.
I do, Liz Alexander.
Right.
And I remember because I was on the advisory council with her in 2007, 2008, and all she did was brag about Lacerte and how they had the ability to import from
Yes.
QuickBooks and doing that mapping, and she loved it.
Right.
And so she's a combo Pro Series Lacerte user, but just, it's like she's mastered it, you know, you'll say Lacerte person. But I do have a very good friend of mine back in Connecticut, Keith Anderson, who's just converted from actually two separate Yankees type of tax software. That's how I'm gonna call it, right? So they come to the Red Sox side of tax software, and he's converted two different companies, because he's just done some acquiring, and they've turned everything over to Lacerte, and he
Awesome.
wants to be part of that Intuit ecosystem, and he just does what I tell him. And that's even better, he's nothing better than that, but he's
Well, I
excited
say-
about Lacerte, yeah.
So what are some of the features, before we get into what's new for Lacerte 2012, the long-standing features that people just love Lacerte for?
Right. So first and foremost, it's the design.
Right.
The design of Lacerte follows the workflow of the tax preparer. So you instantly get an ease of use, productivity, it's easy to learn because they look at it and they're able to just follow along with what they would normally do.
On paper
On a
return,
paper
you're just
return,
using a pen,
right? So that's the first, that's the biggest area that our preparers love about Lacerte. We also focus on other time savings
Right.
features. So since 2005, we continually deliver time savings features. We've delivered over 80 time savings
Wow.
features since 2005. Some of the biggest ones are going to be the import that you're talking about, that Liz loves. It's our trial balance utility, and it
Right.
imports directly from QuickBooks, from Excel. We also have the ability to import brokerage statements into
Nice.
your
Yes.
Schedule
That's
D
key.
from
Oh.
Excel.
Yeah.
Extremely popular, saves hours and hours
Yeah.
of data entry. And we also have a missing data utility.
Oh, yeah, I love
Very
that one.
popular.
Right.
You're going through, you're like, oh, I need to contact my customer, I'm missing XYZ.
Right.
And it sends off an email. So we actually have a whole slew of videos from
Yes.
our customers telling their peers,
Right.
this is a feature that I love
Right,
about
right.
Lacerte. And so you can go out to our website and go to our training website, and you'll see we've got about 10 to 13 different videos of our customers
Yes.
telling you about these.
No, some great things like jump to input, fixed asset,
Yes.
import, right?
Mhm.
I think you can even import from EasyAct too.
Yes,
other software?
yes, yes.
So, very cool. How about new for this year for Lacerte that our users can
So
enjoy?
my job, I spend hundreds and hundreds of hours meeting, talking to our customers. I love going and just observing in their office
Right,
and
right.
just trying to be a fly on the wall. Oftentimes, they actually put me to work. I'm free labor for them.
Cool.
That's
Maybe
sweet.
email
Have
Mary.
me
Oh,
over.
yeah.
I'll come in. But what I get from that is I really understand their needs.
Right.
Two of the biggest customer requests that we have received for years, we're delivering this year in 2012.
Wow.
And that is being able to email a password protected PDF directly from Lacerte
Yeah.
to their client
Mm.
and masking the SSN.
Oh, okay.
So we know that because of the privacy and security, the nature of our tax preparers business,
Mhm.
security is of the utmost importance.
Yeah.
And so we've built these into the product to give them 128-bit
Right.
encryption on the PDF, so it's the same
Yeah.
encryption that they would
Online
use from
banking or.
online banking, Adobe products, things
Sure.
like that. And then we also are allowing them to mask the SSN, because there are states that are now requiring that be masked or encrypted in
Oh,
order
okay.
to send it electronically. Another area that we're really focused on is like legislation. We've all been impacted by it.
With legislation.
The undeciders.
So, one of the areas that we've done is we've created a web tool.
Okay.
We know that getting forms to our customers is of the utmost importance
Right.
when they're starting.
Yeah.
We have a compressed tax season this year,
Definitely.
and so the faster we can get that form to them, the better for them.
Yeah.
And so we've created a web tool that you can access either in the product or on a mobile device. So you have
Nice.
the status of the forms at your fingertips.
So let me ask you a question real quick,
Yes.
because that's amazing.
Mhm.
What if you're not a Lacerte user, can you still download the app and use it?
No.
Okay.
You do have
Just
to be a
asking.
Lacerte customer.
Just asking, no problem.
You do have to be a Lacerte customer
Okay.
to access it.
Sorry, I
But
had
that's
to-
the
I had to ask.
privilege of being a
Right,
Lacerte
no,
customer.
absolutely. No, very
I'm
good.
an educator,
Let-
okay,
no,
so I
that's
wanna
good.
make sure that we get all
And
of
then we got that out there.
We got that out,
Exactly.
that's
Right.
critical.
Yeah, that's
It is
awesome.
great. But at any point in time, you can go,
Yeah.
load the app, and you can see what is the status of the 1040,
Oh,
of
very
the
cool.
4562 that we're
Right,
still
right.
waiting for.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
all of that information.
And what about states? So that's federal, because states are also being held up.
They are.
So are you,
Right?
what's that?
Domino
It's,
effect.
it has a bottleneck going down. So is that happening as
Yes.
well?
It not only has forms
Right.
for federal and state, plus all our modules, it also has the e-file status.
Oh, beautiful.
As well.
Awesome.
So we'll tell you what returns we support,
Okay.
what filing types, extensions, estimated payments, amended, and you'll be able to tell what agencies are ready for e-file.
Let's segue. You said you were going to demo a couple things in
Yes.
mobile as well as in Lacerte. Let's
Mhm.
go ahead and do that now if you like, or in Lacerte now. Yeah. Perfect.
So, knowing that the IRS had their delayed processing, one thing that we've recently delivered is a new criteria to help you identify those those impacted returns.
Right.
So what you can do is I got the client list up
Right.
here in Lacerte,
Oh, yeah.
and you can right click, go to your column settings,
Right.
and under miscellaneous, we have a new setting, and it's actually labeled late legislation.
Just put it right there.
Yeah, we make it really, really
Call it
quick.
what it is, Dawn. I mean, come
You know
on.
what, come on, call it out.
Exactly. So you'll add the late legislation
Yep.
delayed forms column to your view, and when you select
Very
OK,
cool.
what it'll do is you'll be able to see how many forms within that client's return are
Are stuck in
affected
the
by the
bottleneck.
delay.
Gotcha.
Are stuck in the bottleneck.
Interesting, so you're able to enter the data,
Enter it all in.
but you're just not gonna be able to produce the form
Right, and you can tell immediately.
immediately.
Okay, I'm gonna put that one off, so, it's all about time.
Right.
You
Sure,
schedule it out,
sure.
they'll do the ones that aren't impacted first.
Nice.
So thinking about when you're transferring the data over, client's data from 11, they're bringing it into 12.
Yes.
And it's reading what happened in 11. Let's just say you haven't started working on the return yet, but you've transferred the data over.
Right.
And it's gonna show you, hey, they had a 4562 and 11,
Right.
they're affected.
Right.
So it does that kind of a, piece.
You'll have that prior year information, but
Right.
it depends on what's your carryover, right?
Sure,
But
yep.
there's some data input
Yep.
that you will
Okay.
have to have
okay,
for
great.
some of those to trigger.
Good, see, so people will know that they're not
And
seeing it, that's
one
why.
more thing, and then I wanted to ask you about an add-on.
Yes.
One more thing to demo.
Mhm.
Anything else,
So,
or-
I'll just really quickly show
Sure.
you the top two
Yeah.
features that we have. What you can do is to email a password protected PDF.
Nice.
Easy, we worked it right into your workflow. Just as if you were printing a tax return, you go in, and if you're doing a client copy, a
Oh, yeah.
custom copy, or a partial return, we have the new email password protected PDF
Sweet.
checkbox right there for you.
Perfect.
There's an options link there for you. That's so you can choose how you want that password to be created.
Oh.
It could be on last four of EIN.
First four, last name, plus
Right,
whatever.
or your
Yeah.
zip code, right?
That's
Or the combination of the two.
Nice.
And then when you say, okay, it'll go ahead, it'll open up Outlook,
Cool.
and you've got it all set
Beautiful.
for you.
awesome.
Yeah.
We also have the Mask SSN
Yes,
feature right there. There's a checkbox right there for you.
awesome. And so Lacerte, you had said with just the design and the user interface saves people time, but is there a particular tool or an add-on that you like, that you would like, our audience to know to use at Lacerte?
Yes, absolutely. Tax import.
Right.
Mm.
It is a game changer. It really is. It's changing our tax preparers' work in such a way that they are immediately able to enter in source documents directly from a PDF of a W-2 or a 1099 straight into the tax return. Saves them a lot of time, and it's gotten some awards. It's
Yeah.
second year in a row, it's gotten the CPA Practice Advisors Award, Reader's Choice.
That's
There you
awesome.
go. And where's the Pro
Love
Series
it.
too, and we'll talk
Yeah,
about that
yep,
in the
absolutely.
Pro Series thing.
Absolutely.
Well, Mary, really appreciate you taking the time today to sit with us on Radio Free QuickBooks Television. Had a blast.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
hope
so
it was
much. It's
easy on you.
awesome.
Good stuff, and we're gonna hold the
Cool.
shot and
Yep.
we'll go out. So 3, 2, 1.
Thanks for watching this episode of RFQ-TV. For more episodes of RFQ-TV, you can check out intuitacademy.com. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, and if you'd like to continue the discussions, you can find us on LinkedIn.